What's up, everybody? We're back again with another video, and in this video we will be talking about magazines, specifically the difference between single stack and double stack magazines. Some people might look at these and think they're all magazines. There's not much difference between them, right? And obviously, if you're into firearms and guns, you know the difference. So this is for the new people out there. So the first one on the left, we got a 1911 7-round Wilson Combat magazine. This is a single stack magazine, and you'll start to notice the differences when I bring up a double stack magazine. So this is a Glock 1915 rounder, 9mm, and this is 45 ACP. So while the round that this holds is much bigger than 9mm, right? This magazine is much thicker, as you can see, much thicker. And the reason for that is, while this one, the way that they stack inside the mag, it's a straight down. They stack on top of each other. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or how many you got in the magazine. But now a double stack mag, the way it stacks is more they're more side by side, not directly side by side, but they're offset just a little bit, but they're more, as you can see, the holes in the back here illustrate they stack essentially side by side. So I'll put little pictures up there for you so you can see what I'm talking about. But the reason the double stack mag is the way it is so you can fit so you can fit a higher capacity. With single stack mags, you could fit a higher capacity, but the magazine's going to be long for the capacity. So a 15-round mag like this might extend all the way down like here, right? You'll have a mag that's like this long for 15 rounds when you have a mag this small for 15 rounds, you know? So single stack mags, the 1911s, it was older technology, so that's what they had. And then they finally came out with more double stack stuff, This is the same mag, just empty, as you can see. And then this is another example of a double stack mag, this is a Beretta 92 A1 mag, or Beretta 92 series mag. As you can see, it's 9mm, but it's thick, right? It's much thicker than the 1911 mag because it's 2 rounds stacked next to each other, or sitting next to each other, which widens it. Here's another example of a single stack mag. Now this is more of a direct comparison because this is a 380, but 380 and 9mm are very close in size and all that. So, that's an even more, dramatic difference as far as single stack goes. But those are essentially the differences. And, older technology is going to have the single stack and or concealed carry guns, right? So just because it's a single stack doesn't mean it's an old gun. I'm just saying, with your larger handguns, you tend to come with single stack magazines, and then as technology advanced, they came with the double stacks. And if you're gonna have a gun for like home defense or duty, anything like that, or I even say concealed carry, double stack is probably the best way to go. But if you want deep concealment, something that's won't show, and stuff like that, then this is the way to go, right? There's no other way around it. So those are its places, as far as where you mostly find them and what's their uses, because single stack mags aren't useless at all, honestly. Another thing about, obviously, since the magazine is going to be thicker on a double stack, typically the grip is going to be thicker too. And this is kind of an example. Now, hold on, let me show you. The 1911 still looks kind of thick a little bit because of the grips, the wood grips. But just imagine the grip's not there. That just look at this, the metal. Look at the middle. That's essentially what the grip size would be. You know, I'm pretty confident that the 1911 John Moses Browning, when he designed this, that he put those on there to make it more of a fuller grip, more full grip. I'm pretty sure, because that would be a thin gun. So you can see, even though the 1911 has added grips on the side, the Glock, they look similar, but the Glock still they look like damn near identical. You know what I mean? But the Glock is obviously going to be thick because of the double stack. The 1911, it's only thick because of the added wood grips that the gun comes with. So, well, that's a difference to show you, you know. But typically, single stack guns are going to have a thinner grip. That's just the reality of the way it is. And a thinner grip, while is great for concealed carry, it's not the best for controllability, you know, being able to control the gun. Not to say that you can't control a single stack gun, because obviously if you know how to shoot and you know you've used your gun, you can control it, no problem. It's just going to be snappier generally. And if you have a gun that's small like this, where you can't get your full grip on it, even with this pinky extension thing, I can't get my pinky on it. It's just going to be less control. So those are the differences. Like I said, I will be bringing up little photos, not photos, but little things to illustrate what I mean, what they kind of look like. And yeah, in most mags, you can see they have windows of some kind to kind of show you where the round count is and all that. So you can see here it says 15, and then here it shows, you can see how many are in here, but it doesn't tell you a number or anything. But and also, generally, single stack mags, from what I've experienced, tend to be easier to load. Not always, though. I will preface that, not always, but more often than not, they're easier to load. But there are double stack mags. Like most Glock 9mm mags are easy to load. You know what I mean? So, but that's just a simple explanation. There are also other types of mags, like they call them like staggered stacked, like, you know, the P365, the SIG P365, which is kind of revolutionized like the gun world in a way. The staggered stacked is kind of a hybrid between these two, because what they do is, instead of making them sit like next to each other, they kind of make them a little more of an offset, more than you see with a double stack. So the mag is smaller than this, but it's thicker than this. So it's kind of like in the middle. So you can get a high capacity on a gun that's thin. So that's pretty cool. I don't know too much about that. I don't have a gun that has that, so I can't really talk too much about it. But it's good. It's good to have. It's good capacity with a smaller gun, you know. So, but anyway, that's the video. That's the end of the video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Don't forget to like if you like the video, subscribe if you enjoy my content. Excuse me, and go subscribe to Centerfire Podcast, and go subscribe to Mark's channel. I'll put all that down in the description. And thanks for your support. If you have any questions or any comments, just put them below. I'll get to them when I can. So you guys have a good one. Peace.